Okay, so I was watching this, well, doom scrolling and shit. I don't know why it's misspelled up there,
Oh,
but
was this an
dude brings up
investing and through the Belt and Road Initiative? So,
it's the Monroe Doctrine. He brings it up. He says it sounds crazy, and I was like, okay, how crazy could it be? So I started reading through it. It is only 30 pages. I'll probably put the link down in my description bullshit. But this is a Cold War plan. This is what authoritarian regimes do. We're in a kleptocracy all day. We, the people, don't have control of our country. He's making all the... We had no vote on any of this. We are going to go to war in Europe. Not Europe. Middle East. Just to take shit. We're going to do probably the same shit with Asia. And it's either going to be through Cold War proxies or it's going to be through actual means of war. Because that's what it says. It says it's either going to take... You're going to give it. If you're not going to give it, we're going to take it. And if you're going to fight it, we're going to take it with force. That's basically what it all says. And it uses the worst language. Okay, let's go. Let's go down to some of the spots that highlighted to me. Right. Okay. We want to ensure that the Western Hemisphere remains reasonably stable and well governed enough to prevent and discourage mass migration to the United States. We want the hemisphere whose government cooperates with us against narco-terrorism, cartels, and transnational criminals. Okay, just that line alone. Who's dubbing them this? Because, like I said, and if you really turn around and hold the mirror to ourselves, we're the terrorists. We go in, we use politics, and then what we cause problems. So we're going to use that. I want to halt the reserves ongoing to damage the foreign actors and inflict America's economy while keeping the Indo-Pacific free and open, preserving freedom and navigation through crucial sea lanes, and maintaining secure, reliable supply chains and stuff. So that's just saying we're monitoring the sea, so we're going to have an excuse to have the Navy out, okay? They say one of the things they say is they're going to have like boots everywhere. We're going to have ground forces everywhere. I don't know how we have do we even have a big enough military to do this is my question. Like, they're going to have to do conscription. Like, they're going to have to, like, enlist us all. Like, they're going to have to do forced, like, enlistment. We want to prevent individuals' power for dominating the Middle East. And supply gas and supply oil and gas. Okay, why didn't you say petroleum? Because petroleum is that. But, that's not for anyone but Israel. This is only for Israel. The only reason we keep going back to fucking the Middle East is to protect Israel and their goddamn checks they don't cash right. Because these fucking people love fucking being assholes to everybody over there. And this is what happens. They drag us in like the dumb goy we are, and we're going to fucking protect these people. And all of this is right here. This whole thing reads as, this is an Israeli first thing. None of this actually, like, benefits America. None of us are going to be happy with this. We're all going to end up fighting. While Israel gets to chill in the Middle East on beach property. Like, this is ridiculous. Hold on 1 second. Let me go find the other parts. Okay, this is where we get into the Orwellian shit, and where doublespeak comes into play. Every single one of these is read opposite. Like, peace through strength. That's never a thing. You could either, you're just going to dominate whoever you're talking about. Focus the national inherit, like, they want us to be the main thing. How can you be the national interest if everybody fucking hates you for going to war? Like, we're going to break so many treaties. This is going to turn into, like I said, a giant Cold War against everybody. This one is just trying to say that we have rights to give everybody. But, like I said, this is like, if you read this, it's like the communists, like, when they're trying to tell you, you're right. Everybody's equal in this situation too. This whole entire thing, everybody's free, independent, as long as you listen and you do your thing. What you're supposed to do. This is. You have to have the right views. Flexible realism. That's the thing that they say at one point. We're trying to be a realist without being being realistic without being a realist. That's not a thing. That's flexibility. You're going to make people... It's not like, oh, we're going to conform and help people out and work with people. No, this is making them bend and basically bow to the idea of us. And they're going to be using NATO for it all. So this is where the fascist state is supposed to come in, but you can't have a fascist state if the nation doesn't back the fascists. Like, that's what they're trying to hope right now. They're trying to bring the national pride for all this into it. Sovereignty and respect. Manipulation of the immigrant system, as if it hasn't already been manipulated. They actually point out in this at one point about how they brag about the border control and how good Donald Trump's border control came in. That, dude, you just told people to do their jobs again. That's not hard. Balance of power. This shouldn't say balance of power. It should be like, we should make it look like we're even, but we're always going to be on top. Like, that's not balance of power. That's the opposite of power. That's like critiquing your enemy so he can't do anything. Manipulation. Like, pro-American worker. They just said that. Like I said, they're making a proletariat. This is what happens. Because they had to come from a conservative point of view and get you all conservative to take away everything with more liberal bullshit. Fairness, the equality thing I was talking about. Even though this kind of is fucking like, what is it right here? It's equality. All of it's equality. It's just that one. Fairness. You can't have fairness because remember, in order to have something fair for someone, it has to be under compromised or over compromised on the other end. Like, someone's getting a better treatment than the other person, and it's never actually fair. Unless it's a meritocracy, and then you have to earn your keep, which that is fine. If you do the right thing, you're doing the shit. But even then, it's a very, like we said, look at what we're dealing with right now. How we had it before, it's actually changed a lot. Communism since the 80s, and then early 70s, not even since the 60s. Okay, core rights and liberties. They don't. Like I said, these things are meant to see how they say liberties of Europe and stuff. Okay, so I was getting at all this is meant to make you fall in line. I had to pause. The fucking alarm went off. Make you fall in line with the correspondence of how Israel wants to be set up, because this is falling in line with the whole Somaliland, because this goes into Somalia randomly at one point. They want to make sure that the GDP, so NATO and everything, everybody's got to give, instead of 2%, it's 5%. They're bragging about that. NATO has just become another tax on the world. This is a global. It's the World Economic Forum. This is what this is setting up, and it's head by Israel, because everything. It magically makes it so Israel don't have to do it. Lift a fucking finger. The goy has to do it. Seeking through president's direction. That's realignment through peace. There's these words don't. It's doublespeak. Economic security. What's that mean? Who's going to lose money to get money? Balance and trade. That means fucking over everybody in the actual trade. Why don't we start producing everything? No, instead, he talks about doing that, but he talks about doing it in other places, or they say they're going to do it here. I'm like, what's that going to entice right now? It doesn't sound like healthy growth or normal growth. Seeking the defense, individual base, energy dominance. This right here. How are we going to become energy dominance if we're not pumping oil? Like, the moment he came back into power, why didn't he magically put that border he was bragging about? He brags about that, about 4 years ago, blah, 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 8 months before that, and 4 years ago, I had the wall all set up and blah, blah, blah. No, he didn't even finish it. He didn't do any of that, and he didn't go right back to making it. Everything he was doing before, he completely forgot about, moved on, and now we're going into this, kleptocracy. It's not even a fascist regime. Like I said, the fascist, we have to be with them. It's either a dictatorship or kleptocracy. I say that because we're controlled by another foreign entity that has no care for us. The Western Hemisphere and stuff. So they mostly, when they keep talking about this, it goes all the way into taking care of Israel and Somalia, and making sure Egypt and them, everybody keeps friends with their enemy. Where's the one I'm looking for right here? U.S. government successful. Small business export. It should be goals abroad. Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me go find that for us. Okay, so the Africa part. So, operations, settlements, ongoing conflicts. Trade investment focuses on relationships, focuses on the capable reliability, the committed, and opening the market to the U.S. goods and services. The immediate area of U.S. investment in Africa with prospects for a good return in investment includes energy sectors and critical mineral development. We're going to steal your shit. I mean, we're going to probably put a little henchman inside there to take care of it. Like, but days in which the Middle East dominate American foreign policies in both long-term planning and day-to-day execution are thankfully over. We're not going to be doing that anymore because we're friends with the Middle East now. One of the other things too, the energy sector they're trying to do because they really want to be friends with all these guys. But I'm pretty sure we fucking fucked that up being friends with Israel. AI is another one. So, what is it going to be? They love bringing up these right here. Ethiopia and the Somali thing going on here. The poorer countries, I'm telling you right now, the way they're phrasing this, are just going to be leached on by all the bigger ones that we're friends with in the NATO ally thing going on. This is something everybody needs to read more into. Like it's completely doublespeak, but it's like they're using jargon and shit to make it so it's not good. This is basically you can see where we're gonna go in order of how we're gonna do our regime. And he says he's gonna finish this so it's set up the next decade. So we're gonna be going through Cold War and PSYOP at the side. This is gonna get worse and worse and worse. Especially probably when we get over to the Middle East because it's gonna turn into full on war and terrorist attacks. I bet because I couldn't blame them. The fuck? What is this paper? Like it keeps saying the words peace, but you can't have peace with a gun in your face. Like it's not how you make peace. That's how you control. I don't know. I'm gonna put the link on my video. You guys go through it and shit. Definitely go through it.